Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Ride the Track Map, brought to you by the MotoX Collective. I'm TFC and this is round 13, St. Louis. So this feels like one of the smaller inside rounds, and you definitely feel it in the short start straight. It's a 180 left into a great little rhythm section with quite a few options, but probably only really one fast line. We've got a bit of a sweeping 180 into a bridge, and that is followed up by a supercross triple. Now you have to nail the bridge to hit the triple in MX bikes. A quick 180 left into a small rhythm section with a couple of choices, and we're under the bridge, back across the start straight, and here's where things get a little bit weird. We've got a sandy 180, and I love the sand, but then we've got a double up into a raised corner, and off into a double followed by an on-off, and a long, big old set of whoops. Back into the finish line, 180 onto the start straight, and that's a lap of St. Louis. Now, when I said things get a little bit weird, I meant in terms of how tight and one-lined and odd that last section felt. And I'm sure it'll either be fine or maybe slightly different in reality. Anyway, other than that, I really like this track. The rhythms are good enough that you can hit the options and nothing feels too big. The bridge is always a fun obstacle, and it throws a bit of tech into the mix too. So I needed some new gear this week, and it's getting a bit hard to find, but something did catch my eye, and that's this Alpinestars Battleborn replica by Damo. I love the look of this gear anyway, but it's really cool he's provided us with the boots, the gloves and the helmet too. And to be honest, I wish we saw more of this kind of inclusive package, so good work man. And I needed a Kawasaki to ride, I guess because when I think Alpinestars I think Tomac, and that makes me think Kawasaki. And it occurred to me that I've never ridden the KXF 450 since the OEMs were updated, so I chucked on this Monster Energy public paint made by Big Gem, and it just seemed to work well with the gear. So some of the logos are a little bit fuzzy on the bike, but the overall looks good, so it's a keeper. So thanks to Big Gem and Damo. Head over to MXB Mods or check out the links below and go check these out. So briefly touching on real life Supercross, I'm feeling really bad for Chase Sexton. He's had nothing but bad luck really since moving up to the 450s, and the few races that he has been healthy, he's had nerves, but he's been more than capable. Tomac rode great, and it was good to see him still being consistent with the starts, and I think Anderson rode good too, but he's kind of settled in now I guess. It was also good to see the West Coast, and I never thought I'd say that again this year, but sometimes it's just nice to see a bit of a mix-up. It was awesome to see Mosman taking Craig out, and even better to see Hunter step it up and take first. I genuinely thought Craig was going to catch him, but good for Hunter. Right, and VR. And man, this one did me. I did a warm-up, and then two absolutely blazing laps where I just felt so connected. And I was really pumped on it. And I took my headset off, and I found out that I wasn't recording. So I took a deep breath, put it back on, tried again, and it actually went pretty well. But to be honest, if I'd have stopped after the first 3 laps that I did, I would have been absolutely fine, but this just kind of pushed it to the point of no return for me. I got the laps in okay, but the crash at the end that you'll see in the whoops was the tipping point for my stomach. And that was it. So that's about it from me this week. I'll leave you to watch the rest of this video. I'll leave you to watch the rest of these VR laps. Other than that, enjoy St. Louis, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.